Greetings, members, one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, and we are live and in effect as I report to you from behind this plastic microphone device on the Market Watch Open here in the Asian markets. We're going to track this stuff as it opens up, and glad you guys are here with us tonight. Appreciate you more than ever because I need you guys. You are my faithful viewers here, my regulars, and depending on you more than ever before. So appreciate you guys being here. Thanks for putting up with me as we look at the markets when they're going to open up here in just mere moments. Let's get everything situated here. Hope everybody has had a good weekend. This will be very interesting to see how the Asian markets react to the lowering of the margins over at the COMEX. So we're going to watch and keep an eye on that when those markets open up here. But in the meantime, let's answer some comments from you guys on the videos that I posted today, which have been very few and far between in terms of views. Mr. Resivial 310, owning 1 ounce of silver will eventually be as much of a flex as owning 1 ounce of gold. Well, I'm sorry, that's never going to happen. Never in the history of the planet will it ever happen. Sorry. There's nothing I've never been more sure of than that. And silver will never be equal to gold, and by any stretch, by any measure. There are different metals for different reasons, but the value proposition is between the two is something that will never change. But anyways, let's see here. All right, let's see here. We've got Curtin North says, at this point, I call BS. There's no reason to do this from a jet ski. This could have been done, all that from the yacht. I'm trying to think of what you're referring to there, Kurt Noor, but I guess, yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to there, but thank you for the comment. Pickles Rick, are the chosen ones going long on silver now? Well, I've heard that JP Morgan is kind of going long on silver. We'll see. I don't know. We'll find out. But there's Michael K is here with us. Good to see a lot of good folks with us tonight. Appreciate you being here as we wait for the markets to open. It takes about 2 minutes to open up to propagate over in Kitco's site. So we're going to keep an eye on that when that opens up here. It'll take about a minute. We'll get back and we'll get there literally just a minute from right now to see what the open is. Mark got to show. I have exceeded my silver stacking goal, met my gold goal, working on exceeding that one now. All right. Very cool. So nice. Working on exceeding your gold goal. That's great. That's a good position to be in. That's for sure. All right. Let's see here. And all right. A Bearded Wonder. All right. Sal called out the silver hike on the Mint website months ago, and I bought at the same time and saved a ton. That's awesome. I'm glad you were able to do that. That's wonderful to hear. All right. Condia Rogers says, it seems all silver shortages are made up or at least temporary. Well, as I mentioned in the videos time and time again, it's really more about the supply chain and where the shortages are. They're regional or they're part of in the supply chain. All right, here we go. Everything is blanked out, which means that we are ready for the markets to show up with the latest moves. Will they go up? Will they go down? We'll find out seconds from right now because the markets have opened. They're just waiting for Kitco to showcase here and give us the latest. So we'll see what that tells us here. Let's take a slurp of some coffee. And I also have a cookie, a big cookie I'm going to try here. Later you might hear me chewing on that. There we go. It is down. So slightly down overall for both metals, gold and silver. Gold opening up down just $16.40 tonight. Oh, this is a good cookie. To $4,694.40. Silver is down $75.78. It's down just 2 cents right now. And platinum is down $7. Palladium down 14. So marginal movement to the downside for both gold and silver. Not much activity there. It's actually been fairly quiet. And it makes you wonder, could this mean that we might see a turnaround? And knowing what's going to be coming with the COMEX, what the American market is going to do, the Asian market could react accordingly and start buying up, knowing that the margin is going to be lower there. So it's an opportunity, which means that even though they're starting out in a negative for all the metals, we may see them take a shift and go positive. I think that's a possibility tonight, and if it doesn't happen here in the Asian markets, we could see that happen in the markets in New York come Monday. So we'll see. We'll watch this, but hey, it's very minimal movement to the downside and right out of the gate. That tells us something. I think we're going to see him go up tonight, but I could be wrong, and it may not be by a whole lot. But anyways, let's see here. All right, MB Maritimer. It says here, can you check out or warn your Canadian followers? The Canadian government is trying to pass a law that is going to make it illegal to make cash transactions of $10,000 or more. Well, really completely stop them? Or that would need to be reported. This could impact gold bullion stackers at current Canadian price. This law will pass. Gold ever reaches $10,000 an ounce, you won't be able to buy or sell an ounce with cash. I'm saying to diversify in small pieces now. With the current government is getting a majority government, it's only a matter of time before that comes into effect. Wow, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, limiting cash transactions. Well, let me ask you this. You will still be able to buy just using digital transactions, which means they'll track it. Still, that's pretty bad. That's bad news for sure. Maybe JM Unleashed has some insights on that. Or any other Canadians that are here. Are you familiar with this bill, C2, to prevent any single transactions of over $10,000 or more in cash? That's crazy. All right, we've got this here from Paul from Earth. On my video from this morning. Says this: when the price of silver drops, the value of silver will rise. Unobtainium will sell its own price, but don't forget to keep your stack secret and hide it, because it will become illegal for you to have it. You will be called a hoarder and be called a traitor for not giving it up for the greater good. Well, that's the fear a lot of people have, but I think we're a long ways off from that happening. A long ways off, if it ever does occur. But anyways, all right. Let us see what's going on with the markets right now. Well, so far, it appears that they're falling a little bit more, at least for gold. Silver rather. Gold is still down $12.80 to $4,698, down 0.27%. But now silver is down 0.21%, down 16 cents to $75.65. Platinum down 7. Palladium down $9. So the metals are moving, continuing to move down a little bit tonight. I'll keep an eye on this. All right. There we go. We got Glenn Francisco, who says on this post the following: silver will go down because China and India got what they all need for now till May. Be 3 to 5 years of their needed materials for their manufacturing sector. Well, I don't know. China has been importing a whole heck of a lot more silver. I reported on that recently. I think to the tune of 836 tons. No, I'm sorry, that's ounces of silver. 836 tons of silver. They've accumulated here, record amount. China's still going gangbusters on silver. They're going, yeah, it says a homemade chocolate chip cookie. I got it as a gift, and so I'm eating it, and it tastes delicious. Sorry, I'll try to be more discreet about eating it. But yeah, good stuff. The HDP, the bankers will launch all the silver into space before they loosen their control over it. Yeah, and we'll see. A lot of people think that's they got a lot of control of it. Let's see here. And we've got this. We've got not one AU. Some people think the COMEX delivers silver like Domino's delivers pizza. People also trade in oil, but I seriously doubt they take deliveries. That's right. Yep, that's a good point. That's a very good point. Just basically the one I made in the video, but that's right. A good analogy, rather. Solo tips. I'm trying to get to your level of stacking like a pirate with riches and gold and silver. There you go. Every little bit helps. Every little bit helps for sure. It's always good to have a little bit of silver and gold in your possession, but it takes time Took me over 35 years to get where I'm at right now, and still feel like I'm far short of others that have been doing it for half the time that I've done it. So here we are, the markets again showing a continued drop. So far, it looks like they're dropping even more. What's unusual tonight is usually what happens is right out of the gate, it's a dramatic move, and then it's a whipsaw us back the other way. We've not seen that tonight. This is a little unusual for the market watch. It's just a marginal move to the downside, and now they're falling even more. And so right now it appears that it's kind of consolidating from Friday's upward move, perhaps. But platinum down $12, palladium down $11. Marginal movements down 0.6%, 0.74%, respectively. And then gold is down almost a half a percentage point. In fact, gold and silver now trading exactly the same rate, 0.48% for both metals tonight. Gold, $4,688 for gold. Silver down 36 cents to $75.45. So, yeah, continuing to take a little bit of a drop here tonight. It's what we're seeing at this point in time. And watching these metals move. By the way, channel is sponsored by Summit Metals. Great company. Check their website out. Link is in the description below. Whether you're buying gold or silver, or you want to sell to them, or you want to experience some of the services. And if you're new, they do have some of these. If you go under other and accessories, they have the Summit starter packs. You can get 3 ounces of silver at spot, and they also have some good stuff, weekly specials here, and their Summit metal round. It looks like it's on sale there, so good stuff. So check that out. All right, very good. Let's get back to this. Jeff Hayes, at this point, I am stacking platinum. All right, now that's I'm a fan of platinum. It's not as liquid, and I don't want to let my bias get in the way of reality. And the fact that it's not as liquid and you will pay a higher premium for it, and that will not be reflected when you go to sell it. If you can find a place to sell it too, you have to keep all of that in mind whenever you're buying platinum. But I like platinum. Yes, indeed. I'm a pretty big fan. All right, let's see here. Where are we at now? Let's see. Make sure my volume is up. Somebody said they couldn't hear me. Nope, volume is fine. All right. We've got just Sam. Anybody who is afraid to keep their own silver can leave it at my house. We have a big dog. It will be fine. There you go. All right. Yes, indeed. Glad you guys are here with me tonight to approve these markets. Let's take a look at this comment. Rabazar, manipulation to put the word silver more family in the minds of Americans. Yeah, we definitely need more silver in the minds of Americans out there. That's a good thing for sure. Let's take a look at the markets again. We can see there's a continued movement to the downside for the metals. A little bit surprising to me. Silver down 65 cents, 0.87% drop to $75.15. It is below 75 in the bid price now for the first time tonight. Gold down $28.30, $4,682.50. So there it is. All right. Slurp a little coffee here. That's where it is tonight. Gold to silver ratio widening to 62.49 at this point in time. So we're watching these markets move. But hey, I would have thought with the lowering of the margins that it would have an effect, and maybe we'd see the prices maybe go up a little bit here. But so far, the Asian markets don't care what the COMEX is doing, and they're selling off a little bit here tonight. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's take a look at silver, the volume here. Volume a little bit light, kind of like the views on my videos today have been light, very, very light. So was the volume of trading here in the Asian markets, and that could be the case. Of course, there's not much activity anyway because of the time change, so that could be a part of it too. But I tell you what, last week we saw a pretty big move. Okay, so Bozo is giving us a little bit of hint as to what's happening. Oil is up today. Of course, the oil, I don't see it in my app showcase here. It's I show it left over from last week. It's 96.28. But oil, that is one. I forgot there's a website that tracks it. But anyways, so that's what we're looking at there, and so we'll keep an eye on this. Let's get over here. Yeah, bid and ask. So the bid price is the price of which that's the foundation price that is used to quote you whenever you sell your silver. The ask price is what is quoted whenever you buy silver or gold or what have you. So that's a difference. And bid price is also synonymous with melt price. And so that's the difference there. That spread, there's 25 cents between the two. And most always we pay a bit above ask price, a percentage. But there it is. All right, so there we're at. Let's see here. Let's get over here to this. We've got Ray Gilgrath. I can see paper silver collapsing, which would skyrocket physical only a matter of time. All right, well, we'll see here. And this really, I think that could happen. But yeah, in this video, some people, I got criticism for this video because a lot of people did not watch this video, made critical comments. They think that this video is about the price of silver, and it's anything but that. And it's not. Now, what would happen would affect price, but I didn't go into that on this video. Welcome, Carrie Taryn. Good to see you. Jame Unleashed is here. Welcome, Generic Player, David Chung, Bill 457. Appreciate you guys being here. And Michael K is here too. Yes, thank you guys. Yeah, press that thumbs up button. If you get a chance to watch my videos I posted today as well, views are way down. Actually, they've been way down for the whole month. So, but anyways, let's hear. Bob Silver, $300 silver is in 2026 is crazy. You would have lots of sellers, and at that price, I just don't think many would actually be buying at 300. Yeah, I don't think so either. And which is kind of based on what I said in the video. But yeah, right, you're right. All right, Bozo. So the legislation will go nowhere. Congress does not care about silver. Yeah, well, and technically it's about the entire precious metals market. But yeah, I mean, I think likely the only way it would go somewhere is to put it in, as a rider in a bill or something, really. But anyways, but we'll see here. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's see here. Let's move on up here and see what we've got. The crazy chess teacher says, always look forward to your videos. Well, thank you. I appreciate you watching. Need all the help I can get, so thank you. And Barry Menziak, good day. Thank you, Sal, for making YouTube content. Nice to have a go-to place for silver info. Where do all these sayers come from? Wish they had a bit more self-control. Yeah, I don't understand why they would make that kind of commentary. And this is the second time it popped up. That's why I wanted to cover it, because inevitably I'd be asked about it. And so I'm kind of beating it off at the past. But anyways, all right. Good to see Master Blaster. We got Bill 457 is here. Good to see you guys. RM says, my LCS is very low on silver bullion. I bought the last 4 Buffalo rounds I had on Friday at spot. Tons of Constitutional in stock, however. Why is this the case? Well, it's because local coin shops are flooded, inundated with Constitutional right now. Because and they're basically taking a chance with it. Because refineries are so backed up, many of them still aren't taking it. So you're able to get it below spot. I'm surprised you can get the 4 Buffalo rounds they had on spot, especially considering they're low on silver bullion. That must be a very, very small shot. All right. Thank you. All right, let's see here. And Dean R is with us tonight. Good to see you. And let's see here. Oh, and I think CCT is here with us as well. Appreciate you popping in tonight. And Tony Roma, I met my silver stacking goal. Now I'm just buying copper rounds for fun. All right, there you go. If you're doing it just for fun, And that's the only way to do it. Let's see. Okay, so we're starting to see a little bit of consolidation for the precious metal markets tonight, with gold down now just 0.51%, down $24.20 to 46.86 and 60 cents. Silver back above 75 for the bid price, down 48 cents to 75.33 in the ask price. Platinum down 14, palladium down 8. So there it is. Let's see. So there's where the markets are. They're down, not by a whole lot, but a notable amount. And yes, indeed. Let's see. Let's get over here. J. Mart Music was first on this video here about the, if you get a chance, check this video out, the most expensive metal on Earth. That's right. And yes, I hope you will check that one out. Let's see here. Something a little different. The channel, let's go down here. Let's get some of the older videos, because there's not as much to comment on, because the views are way, way down today. Let's see here. Let's get over here to this. Okay, we got Barry Manze. I'm seeing this video 2 years late. Oh man, well thank you for watching. It's very rarely that the old videos will pop up when people watch the older videos. A great video makes the comments below even more interesting. I guess that 500 to 1,000 could be ounces or projectiles for the stainless. How much silver should you own? A guide to silver stacking. Yeah. And I appreciate you watching this, Barry. And you know, videos like this are my favorite to do, about tips and guides to silver stacking, but they get horrible views. Horrible. Nobody wants to see that content from me, but they'll watch it from other people. So that's why I do mostly news videos, because you know, I gotta chase the views. I've got to chase the views to grow the channel. That's what it boils down to. But anyways, well, Reefer Gill, thank you, Reefer. Appreciate that. Oh man, thank you for the 10th spot. Very kind of you indeed. Appreciate that, Reefer Gill. All right, now this comment says, Leonidas says, thanks, Sal. What do you think the price of silver will be when all above ground stocks are consumed? I'm betting on $15 an ounce, because we all know the COMEX can print silver from paper. All right. Well, I think it's I don't think we're ever going to get to a point where all above ground stocks will be consumed. There's just too much silver out there, and they're already using less solar panels. But anyways, so that is something that we're going to probably see. They're going to be more thrifty with the silver, and they're going to find ways to recycle it quicker. This will be a revolving door. It may take a while, so the shortage will still happen from time to time because of that bottleneck. But anyways, but thank you. Oh man, thank you to James Unleashed for posting a link to that video about the most rarest or the most expensive metal. Appreciate that. And let's see here. And Leonidas says, here's a scoop. Silver in D leg going down to 61 or so for E leg, descending triangle end of April to mid-May. I'm backing up the truck because after that it's going to 181, next target quarter third of this year. I could be wrong, but I trust my charts. Well, and that's just it. Some of those charts, you know, they give you some good technical analysis, and it very well could be based off of the patterns, and I have a great respect for that. However, technical analysis is all fine and dandy, like everybody having a plan until they're punched in the face. And in case of silver, anything can move the markets from one day to the next, and based off of what the Federal Reserve could or couldn't do, or some economic indicator that could take effect. And then you have psychology take root, emotion. Psychology and emotion are the biggest drivers of silver, which makes it virtually unpredictable. So again, pattern analysis from the charts, I think it's a respectable thing, but that is based off the assumption that the market is going to act rationally based off of those patterns. Whoa, Michael K has just sent 10 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you, Michael. Wow. I appreciate that very much. Wow. Those really help, because when you send those channel gift memberships out, some people are going to be receiving those that maybe have not visited the channel in a while, and they may say, "Hey, we're coming back here," and "Oh yeah, thank you." So it brings the word out, and they may actually extend it on their own. So thank you very much for doing that. I appreciate that so much, Michael K. You were the man. You guys are awesome. And let's see here. So yeah, it's a interesting night here for silver, coming down a bit, but we'll see. We'll see what happens as we peruse our way through here tonight. Let's see here. But here's where the market's sitting right now. Gold down 0.53%, so just over a half percentage drop to $4,685.90. Silver down 50 cents to $75.31. And also, just on the outside, there's something else as well we have to consider here is the geopolitical situation with an attempted assassination on President Trump. Now, obviously, they caught the guy. They think he was a lone wolf. They think it was just somebody who had TDS to the core, not associated with any other government or any other greater conspiracy, at least that we know of, anything right now. But if it does come to an end, that there was some greater conspiracy there, that could have an impact on the markets. Very well could. S. McDonald, whoa, thank you for the 10 spot. He says, I'm betting silver is up when markets open tomorrow with the COMEX reducing margins. It's going to happen. I'm guessing $2 gap up. But even tonight when Shanghai opens. Yeah, well, that's kind of what I thought too, S. McDonald. In fact, I thought we would see that right now. But so far, they're opening down. There was a slight gap down tonight. But yeah, I'm thinking that could probably happen too. All right, let me see if I can get this right. Ukbaenuyen, is that right? Ukbaenuyen? Nuyen? The G is silent if I'm not mistaken. Nuyen, I think I've got that right now. If I remember correctly. Thank you, sir. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys who super chatted tonight. Thank you very, very much. And gift memberships. So let's get here. All right. The V67 on an older video. Again, very unusual that the older videos get attention. Says here, I'm buying and holding for an SHTF situation. So fractional is what I'm buying. Higher premiums, but much easier to barter with 1 grams if needed. 1 gram, 5 gram, 10 gram, and some 1 ounce coins for much larger purchases. This is how much gold should you own at a minimum. And so, yes, thank you. Yep, you're right. Very cool. All right, let's see here. Yep, be agile with the market situation. You're exactly right. Donna Kirsch here says, let's see if we can get back to 120 first, but if it goes down to 50, I'm still a player in the game. Yes, me too. All right, for sure. Tony Roma says, it doesn't matter about the day-to-day prices. Just take your silver and gold and throw it in a safe and forget about it for years. Yep, that's a good way to hold on and just hang in there for sure. All right, Ryan, let's have silver get to $125 by the fall. All right, you think that's going to happen? All right, we'll see. I don't know. We may be done with the $100 plus silver this year, but who knows? There are some arguments for it going back up near that territory again. But we'll see here. All right. Let's have another bite of a cookie here as we watch these markets move. We see silver and platinum down about the same pace. Silver down 0.74. Platinum down 0.8 right now. And palladium down 0.47. Down $7 for palladium tonight. It is the metal that's actually taken the brunt. It's not moved hardly at all to the downside. It's actually the best performing metal tonight, palladium is, believe it or not. All right. And let's see here. So there it is. I'll keep an eye on that. Let's move on up here. We've got Alp the Rock says here on this video about the silver. and about Bank of America's call. Of course, to lower the margins, the casino needs new gamblers. It makes no sense to sit at the table with the same old guys you played with the whole time. New money needs to come, new victims. They repeat the same again and again. When the paper tears and no one falls for anybody for it anymore, then the first option is more realistic. Silver at $300 would be awesome, but I don't believe it until I see it. Banks have set their range from 45 to 150. Pick something and hope. Well, I would argue out the rock that it's going to be the same old players coming in. There won't be many new victims, I don't think, this time. I don't think that's what's going to happen. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. We got Joe Const says some of the nice Pamp Suisse 1 ounce bars are that price now. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. $300 for a Pamp Suisse bar? I'm not seeing that. Maybe some lower collectible ones, I guess. Lacey Downing, those gold coins are beautiful. Thank you. Gold enters a new phase, change world order. A video I posted a while ago trying to show some cool, bringing out the big guns for the videos, trying to get some views. Not helping a whole lot, but anyways. All right, let's see here. Oh man, I'm sorry, Michael. I thought it was a minor stroke. The only bad delusion she's experiencing. I'm sorry. So sorry to hear about that. Back to the hospital. Man, I'm so very sorry to hear that. We'd be praying for her. Let's see here. Yeah, Ukbeg Yun. I'm thinking more when I say a lone wolf. I'm not talking about in terms of being a loner. I'm saying that he acted alone. Here in America, the term is synonymous with acting alone. As if it's going out like a wolf would, to strike as opposed to being in a pack of wolves. It's not to say that he's just a loner, by himself, and not acting alone. But anyways, all right, we got that. James says they can't have mine for $80. They can have mine for $80. All right. Silver demand, 836 tons. The Chinese demand through the roof is pretty crazy. Aaron Ritchie, if China starts minting their own new dragon bullion design in gold, I'll be first in line for one. Yeah, I would love to see that in gold too. Such a cool coin. Thanks for sharing the variety of your collection. Thank you. Yes, appreciate that. Yeah, I like to show off the different pieces, and I would love to get that in gold as well. That was the exception to my rule. I'm not buying new Chinese stuff, but I decided to do it last year with that coin as an exception. All right, let's see here. Hello, Sean. Good to see you. We're watching these markets move here tonight. We have got activity mostly down tonight, but I'm thinking we may see it move to the upside by tomorrow morning, now that the COMEX has lowered the margins, especially for silver. And I'm not saying it's going to go up a whole lot, but I think we'll see it moving in the green to some extent. And I thought maybe the Asian markets would have reacted to that, and we would have seen a positive movement for silver and gold tonight. But that is not the case so far, anyways. Let's see here. So there's where the metals complex sits right now. By the way, the volume has been pretty light so far compared to at least Friday. But then again, we are in the Asian markets. So this is what we're looking at right now. So a little bit of a selling, but kind of bottoming out around this area here. Grumpy Grandpa is here. Welcome, Grumpy Grandpa. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in tonight. Thank you for that $4.99 super chat. So there we are. We'll watch this slight gap down tonight, but not by a whole lot as we watch these markets move. Now silver down 62 cents, back below 75 for the bid price now. $74.94. Gold down $25.90 to $4,684.90. And there we are. All right. Let us move here and see what other folks are saying in the comments section here. We're watching these markets. Again, a little bit surprised that we're seeing a downward movement, but signifying tracker is telling us here, following. Millions in increased tax revenues won't fix Mondami's billions in budget deficits. New York City is toast. Let it cook. Yep, you're right. Unless they get that federal money, which I think that it may be limited. Trump may limit that because of the bad decisions. And these decisions when these states and these localities make bad decisions with their money, we as federal tax payers should not bail other states and cities out for their bad decisions. That's my view. But sadly, it happens. All right. We have Creek Runner, who was first this morning on this video. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Paulo Sasso. Probably price crash because I just bought some maples. Yeah, well, it's down a little bit today. Down over 50 cents right now. Because you bought some maples, down 0.71% right now. Just barely above 75. 75 on the bid seems to be the support line for tonight. Gold down $25.30. $4,685.50 right now. Platinum and palladium both down as well tonight. But yeah, it looks like now the tide has turned where gold is now hurting the least amount tonight. It is down just a 0.5 percentage point, just over that. And palladium is now down 0.61%. Just goes to show you that the platinum group metals tend to be more volatile. And this date and time. Leonidas is here. Welcome, Leonidas. Thanks for popping in. Shadow Sun is here. Appreciate you guys popping in tonight. As you peruse these markets, watching them move. Looks like to the downside in early trading. And essentially, we are in a situation where only New Zealand is open right now. And the rest of it is the pre-Asian market trades. That's what we're seeing. All right. Mostly Sly Fox. I'd love it to crash. Always need cheaper silver to buy. Yeah, no, I hear you. Yep, I'm with you on that. Good time to good. If you're in acquisition mode, I certainly understand that. And as Joe OL says here, silver needs to drop $67 per troy ounce in order to normalize to 30. Keep Brooks in mind, silver is not collapsing; it's just gradually dropping. We'll begin to level out around 48. Leading to stabilization at 37. Another industrial metal, not silver but nickel, is beginning to approach a collective international standard, perhaps soon to be reclassified as a precious metal again. It might be worthy to note that one's iron, copper, and mercury, along with the nickel. All right, thank you, Joe. And let's see here. Not one AU says here, the only danger that I have to worry about is believing anything they see on television and trusting any politician, what they say. The COMEX is going to run out of silver. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint is pumping out 1 ounce silver coins by the millions. If there are only 1 mint, if grocery stores were running out of beef, somebody ain't getting a hamburger. Silver is the only thing I know that's in short supply, but everywhere at the same time. There might be a shortage of silver for industry, but not that shortage doesn't affect the mass production of coins and bullion. That's right, exactly. And the amount of a bullion, the amount of stackers out there, or the amount of silver that's used for bullion is about 25 to 27%. But it is growing some. I've talked about that recently. But so far, that has not really affected the supply and the price as much. But for industry, there is a deficit. But they're making up for it by getting recycled stuff, and they're getting it some from some of the bars and Constitutional and things like that, and silverware, and being refined into these bars that are used for industry. So it's sort of a revolving door, so to speak. Greg Harding says, found it, must have missed this one, Uncle Sal. Sorry, no worries. Yep, I post a lot of videos. I appreciate you checking it out. Thank you so much. Richard Metcalf, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a channel member. Appreciate that so much. Appreciate that, my friend. 52 months. That's awesome. Thank you, Richard. You were the man. And Jim Winklebauer says, politicians are at the top when it comes to creating unintended consequences. Indeed, they are. And this is why I've always been a less government kind of guy. You know, the economy and the private sector usually works the kinks out on their own without government having to interfere and really mucking things up. Which they tend to do on the regular, by the way. All right. Let's see here. We got David Noloff. I'm ready for $50 silver again. All right. I'm saving just in case a crash might come. I want to buy about 100 ounces, but I'm waiting. Hopium, right? There you go. Yeah, I mean, and by the way, just because I predicted that we may see silver touch $50 an ounce this year doesn't mean it's necessarily going to happen. And you should not base on any of your buying decisions on what I say could happen or might happen. Let's see here. All right, let's see here. So let's get back to the markets again. We can see the metals are solidifying on the downside with marginal trading from the Asian market complex. Mostly right now, that's just New Zealand. With silver down now 0.69%, down 52 cents to $75.28. Gold down 50 cents, down $23.70 to $4,687 an ounce. So there's where we're at right now. Platinum down 13, palladium down 9. Whoa, thank you so much to Sel, Mortimer Sel, with a $9.99 super chat. It says, a multitude of gratitude for Uncle Sal. Turn those machines on. Turn those machines back on. Coming to us from Eugene, Oregon. Thank you so much, my friend. Very kind of you indeed. Appreciate you very much. All right, let's see here. And let's see. Where are we at? Let's get back over here and see what we've got. Texas Paladin. If they're going to do it, they need to do it quick. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, I mean, because you never know what could come our way. And it's really about a potential disaster that could happen. We're talking a literal collapse of the market, not about the price. But thank you. Yes, you're right. Texas also says Play should also do what they said they might do and help out the miners in the region at home with funding and support for production so that we can remain strong participants in the market as a nation. That's true, yep. Or lessen regulation to encourage drilling domestically and exploration domestically. All right. And let's see here. EL, I literally just posted a video about copper bullion a couple of days ago. I hope you will check that video out. It did not get very many views, but I hope you will check that video out nonetheless. Rondon 6875 says this here. Let me get over here. He says, I don't believe there is an asset that is not being manipulated in one form or another. My thoughts are the water seeks its own level and will reach it sooner or later. I also believe in recent advances in the prices of precious metals are the result of seeking their own levels. They have not yet reached these levels due to manipulations. All right. Yep. Yeah, there's right. There is manipulation everywhere. In fact, the very existence of the Federal Reserve is a manipulative force since 1913. So there's that as well. All right, and we've got Brian French says with the emoticons there. Thank you so much on this video here. Forget gold. This is the most expensive metal on Earth. Some interesting facts in that video that JM Unleashed has been very kind to link to. I pinned it. You can see it either top or the bottom of your chat here. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right. Oh man, the cannel, man, I'm not pronouncing that right. I know he told me before. Is quoting a little bit of the, I believe that's Beverly Hills Cop, if I'm not mistaken. Looking good, Billy Ray. Feeling good. Oh no. That's from Trading Places. Yeah, that's from Trading Places. Trading Places. That's right. That's what that's from. Turn those machines back on. That's right. I love it. Great movie. Ear Tripper. Hey, Sal, I just bought my first Diamond Fist round. All right, congratulations. Hope you enjoy it. Very, very cool. RM, very good. Surprise video. Let's explore. Thank you, RM. I appreciate you watching this, especially since the views have been down today. It means a lot to me that you're watching. Thank you, RM 1042. Connell. The Connell. That's right, the Connell. Thank you. I'm going to try to remember that. The Connell. Not the canal, the Connell. All right. The Connell. All right, let's see here. Dakini Woman. Beautiful silver display today, Sal. Thanks for all your videos. But thank you, Dakini. And again, I'm really holding on to my regular viewers to keep the channel going because views are down dramatically this month. So appreciate you guys watching. Yes, indeed. Oh, I said it the first time I ever pronounced it. Wow. And I'm just letting it get in my head. The Connell. No. Okay. Cannel? Cannel? Is it the Cannel? K-A-H, I pronounce Ka. All right. Let's see. Now I'm really confused. I said it right the very first time I ever pronounced it, then I let it go to my head. Let's see here. MVL, hey Sal, go back 8 years ago. The 1 kilo silver Libertad worth a lot more today. That's because silver has gone up. That's true. All right. The Cannel. All right. Cladale with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you. Thank you, Cladale. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you so much for that, Cladale. All right, Peter McCretin says, where would you sell rhodium? Don't think my LCS would be interested in to invest in the price and time. Just curious. Well, I actually talked about that in the video of where you would sell it, and it's where you would buy it from typically. The dealers that I bought that would buy it, that sell it online would buy it back from you. All right. Let's see here. DNR. Most of the metal channels experiencing the same drop. There are a couple that I've noticed. There are a couple that I noticed that have experienced some level of a drop. Not as severe as the drop that I'm experiencing. There's only one other channel that's experiencing a worse drop than mine. And I think because they're putting out different comments or different content, different type of content than what has really made their channel really pop before. And I don't think they really care as much about views as much as I do, I guess. And the reason why I care about views is I want to grow the channel and I want to get the information out there. So I do care about views, you know. But some of the other larger channels, they're not heard at all. Hardly at all. One channel did contact me. I don't want to say who they are. They said they experienced somewhat of a drop on theirs, but it's very marginal compared to mine. I think they were trying to make me feel better, which I appreciate. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's crazy. I'm now back to where I was way before I had 100,000 subscribers. But anyways, all right. Let's see here. The Cannel. I'm not down. I don't know how it's Cannel. Okay, so the surname Cannel is typically pronounced phonetically as Connell or Cannel. It's a Manx name, and pronunciation generally emphasizes the second syllable, sounding similar to Canal. Okay, Canal. Okay, Canal. All right, Canal. All right, I'll try to remember Canal, if that's how you do it. It can be pronounced so many different ways. Cannel, Connell, Canal. I'm still confused. So I apologize in advance because I don't really know where to go with it, but I'm going to try to Canal. I'm going to try to do that. Canal. See if I can try to work that into my memory. But anyways, let's see here. But if I forget again, please forgive me. All right. Let's see here. All right. Rambler says, cool collection. I'm envious. I would have sold the rhodium bar near its high, honestly. You have a true iron fist, my friend. Thank you. Yeah. And if I would have bought two, I definitely would have done it. Hindsight is always 2020, but thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. A veneer of liberty over tyranny. Yes, that's right. There you go. Watching this video. And let's see here. Yeah, Bozo. Yeah, International Stacker is killing it. He's been killing it with his views on his live streams. It's been crazy. All right, let's see here. Dominatriavon says, too spendy, not many gonna buy this. That's right. I don't know of anybody else. I think I know of one other stacker that has rhodium, actually. And they bought like 5 of the first coins that were produced. And I think they tried to sell some of them back, had a really hard time selling them back. But anyways, but let's see here. But yeah, all right, very good. And let's see here. Let's see what happened now with the prices now. We haven't looked at that for a little bit now. Okay, silver still holding on above $75 a troy ounce. 75.26 for the ask price, 75.01 for the bid, up 55 cents. Double nickels there for silver, 0.72% increase. Gold up or down, decrease. Wishful thinking, decrease 0.72% down tonight. Gold down just over a half a percentage point, down $24.70, and $4,686.10. Platinum down 13. Palladium down 9. So there it is. All right. It drops tonight. So there we are. All right. Let's see here. Let's move back up here and see what we've got. And Barry Menzes says, thanks, Sal. Thank you for watching. The Monarch metals, they had the Cohen Mint. They were 10th ounce rounds that they made. But the very first rhodium coin was the Snow Dragon, I think. And I think it was a Perth Mint that made it. Briefly, it was only available through Kitco, actually, believe it or not. And yes, indeed. But very illiquid rhodium is. And let's see here. Let's move up to this. Mayo Monkey on this video from this morning says the following. The Silver Act just spreads out qualified vaults across the U.S. If Dirty Bomb went off in New York City, it would take months or possible years of massive amounts of money and personal AI to remo it. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Decontaminate it and move it. Whenever there's an excuse or not a real concern, a nuclear event is a real reason, and it makes sense. Want to make a country's gold reserves worthless, make it radioactive. Yep, that's true, Mayo Monkey. Very, very true. All right. Oh, man, look at this. The Canal just sent 10 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. If I said that right, the Canal. Thank you so much, the Canal. I have to say it over and over again to get it. Now, all right. Canal, there you go. Now, everybody will remember how to say the Canal. There you go. That's right, the Canal. All right, nice, Canal. Very cool. Thank you, thank you. All right, Grumpy says, measure your channel with quality content, not the views. Yeah, you're right. That's true. I need to think about that. But the thing is I measure it by the views. That's my problem. Let me give you an example. As we look at the markets again, you can watch these numbers move. They're not moving a whole lot, but they are down. I've done videos where I think, man, this video is great. I felt like I did really good. I didn't stutter. Not too many ums and ahs. The content was great. And the videos are horrible. Horrible. And then there's other videos where I thought, well, this video is going to fail. I did horrible on it. I wasn't very articulate. And boom, the videos take off. It's crazy. So it's really tough to know what's going to do well or not. And it's not necessarily based off of what I think is quality content or not. Some of what I think are my worst videos end up getting some of the better views. It's very strange. Um, I used to spend time editing and doing a little bit more of that kind of stuff, and never really. It's strange how that works, but anyways. But here we are. Here we go with the metals complex, a silver, and fighting now to stay above $75 an ounce in the bid price. Down 59 cents, 0.78% drop, now 0.73% drop. It's right now right at 75. So that seems to be the line here we're looking at. Silver Days is here. Good to see you. So we're watching it. We'll move here. So there it is. All right. All right. There you go. Michael, yeah, we all want to be superstars. What's in your jukebox hero? That's right. So there it is. All right. Let's see what we've got here. Carrie Taryn with some algorithmic emoticons, which I appreciate on this video. Every little bit helps the algorithm, so thank you for that. Dilly Dog says, Rhodium, I eat 'em. I think osmium has it beat. Yeah, osmium, yeah, it's a cool metal. I like the metal. It's the, I think it's the rarest of the platinum group metals. Maybe one of the rarest metals on Earth, actually. All right, let's see here. Okay, so rhodium, Jeff Gates has had rhodium. All right, so Jeff Gates has owned rhodium. He's had a hard time selling it. Were you able to sell it? And how much back a spot did you get for it? All right. As we slurp our coffee here, we're going to move on to the next comment here. Paulo Sasso says, I would bet LCS would buy or trade for gold. I don't think they would. I might ask my LCS if they would consider it, but I don't think they would. Grumpy Grandpa, who I believe is still here with us tonight. We appreciate Grumpy Grandpa. He says here, the more rare a metal is, the better risk in mining for it. If I were a miner, I would probably focus on copper and pick up a byproduct metal along the way. That's right. You're exactly right, Grumpy Grandpa. True words never spoken, that's for sure. And let's see here. Okay, all right, Grandpa left it. Very good. Okay, so Gary DeVecchio is telling us that all the futures are down tonight, including silver. Tomorrow will be red across the board, except Bitcoin, which is up. Interesting. So the entire futures market is down tonight. So that very well could be the clue as to why, that they're down right now, as they're looking at the futures prices. Kurt Knorr, iridium is used more than rhodium, right? I don't know, actually. I actually don't know that question. Don't know the answer to that. It may very well could be. If you watched For All Mankind, it is. Johnny B, like number 100. Thank you. Appreciate that, Johnny B. Let's take a look at the markets again. Let's refresh this and see what's happening here. You guys are awesome. We've got silver down 55 cents, 75.01 for the bid price, 75.26 for the ask price. Still a quarter's worth of difference between the bid and ask here for silver, which means that we're still in a really a sense of volatility with silver that is kind of uncomfortable. So that's why that spread is there. Gold spread is $2. Used to be $1. And it's down $25.70, a 0.55% drop, still pretty stabilized here. And so we'll watch these markets as the top of the hour is near and see if there's any other movement that will occur. But usually I don't think that any of the markets are opening even at the top of the hour because of the time change we had a month or so ago. All right, Bozo laughing here, talking about the rhodium bar. Undermines the whole diamond fist thing. Better to sell some into bubbles and buy back after the usual crash. Look at $121 silver, how fast that crashed too. Yes, Hindsight is 2020, as I mentioned. I was just very nervous about not being able to get another ounce, mainly just because I didn't know how many places would be selling it if it dropped, if it price dropped that fast, because it's such a rare metal. So I decided to keep it. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh, it's a 1/4 ounce rhodium. What kind of rhodium is it? Is it in a bar form or what? I'm very curious to know what form that's in. All right, we got Stephen Higby says we had a coin show where I live a few years ago, and a dealer had 2 of them. I came so close to buying them. The only reason why I didn't is because they're so hard to resell later on. It's just not a metal people are looking to buy. That's true. And yep, you're right. You're right about that. All right. Good to see you guys. Surf and Silver, good to see you. Welcome. Long time no see. Glad you're here. We got attorney Michael E. Line is with us as well. And the yes, indeed. And the Canal is still here. The Canal. All right. And what do we got here? Okay. Pizza Man. Should have sold it at 30K. You could have owned 3 ounces or 1 ounce and 20K in your pocket. That's true. Hindsight is 2020. I just didn't know what was going to happen at the time, because at the time I wasn't sure if it was going to go up even more. If it was going to go to 40,000. I just didn't know at the time. North Star Stacker is the only one who has a Baird & Company 1 ounce rhodium bar. It's almost too rare to mine primarily on its own. It's always been a byproduct of mining of other metals. Yes, that's true. Yeah, that makes sense. You're right. Thank you, North Star. All right. All right, let's see here. And moving ahead, let's get a few more comments and we'll take a look at the markets again. We've got Michael K. says, Salvate metals, not just silver and gold. Very interesting. That's right. I like to broaden my horizons for sure. Love this particular bumper music. Thank you. That's just the extended version of the original, but thank you, my friend. And here we're seeing sort of a stabilization of the price. We have got silver down 56 cents, 0.75% drop to $75.24 for the ask price, below 75, just barely for the bid price. That's right. Silver barely hanging on to 75, but we are range bound. No question about that. Gold down 25 bucks right now to $4,685.80. Platinum down 13 to $2,009, and palladium down 8. So there we are. All right. Let's see here. And let's see. So there's where we're at right now tonight. Moving on. Okay, let's get over here to North Star Stacker. Kitco has 1 Baird & Company rhodium bar for sale for $24,000 Canadian. Wow. Interesting. Crazy. Wow. Yeah, so they're selling it way above spot price now. All right. Gary says the mining of the asteroid in For All Mankind is based off the real fact that most rare earths have come from asteroids crashing in the Earth years ago. Yes. Yep. I know there's some science behind that. I believe they have had some consultation with geologists as well as NASA scientists and things. So that doesn't surprise me. Yeah. Yep. You're right. You're right. All right. There we go. And Rob Bomber does not mind the lows because he's not selling. That's right. And I don't blame you. I'm not either. We got the Wicked Sticky Flowers here on this video. It says, I swear rhodium dropped $8,000 on the Kitco app. Think around Easter when market was closed. It dropped for a very short time, at least on the Kitco app. Yeah, that was a glitch. And that happens semi-regularly with rhodium. I've actually covered that before. But yes, indeed. All right. All right, let's see here. Where do we go next? We've got this. I have a half ounce of osmium. Nice. The big D wood. Very cool. Not a lot of people have osmium. There's crystallized osmium, but I've got. I think I'm the only one that has it in actual solid bar form that I know of, anyway, in this community. Let's see here. And now we're looking at the markets again. We've got gold down $28.70 right now, 0.61% drop tonight to $4,682.10, near the session lows. Silver right around the session low tonight. It's down 0.9% now, down 68 cents to $75.13 for the ask, 12 cents below $75 for the bid, $74.88. That's crazy. So there it is. All right. Let's see here where we're at. Let's see. We have got this. Wicked Sticky Flower says, if you unite the platinum group metal bars with gold and silver bars, they form a giant robot. There you go. That's an interesting theory. Let's see here. Richard Metcalf, I remember rhodium being over 22,000 an ounce not that long ago. I called around to see if I could sell. I found the shop that was paying 2,000 just back a spot. Yes, that sounds about right back then. So what kind of rhodium do you have, Richard Metcalf? You may have told me before. Grumpy Grandpa, you're scaring me. Oh my goodness, I don't want to scare you. Sorry. Let's see here. And we've got Ron Wells. Well, I've not seen the cat for a while. Yeah, there's the cat. Sometimes the cat gets a little bit curious, and very curious in this case. And let's see here. We've got Mr. Kojak says here, and the following. I load the silver I'm cleaning before adding water. Foil, soda, silver, boiling water, more soda, more hot water. Works for me in the blackest stuff I find. I also did it in the stove top so it doesn't really cool quickly. Okay, interesting. Load the silver and cleaning before added water. All right. Oil, soda. All right. Yes, that's a good idea. Try that. Some other people getting some other suggestions here. Thank you, Mr. Kojak. And Grumpy Grandpa, I thought it removed some toning on most of the pieces. Yeah, I think it moved a little bit, but not as much. But yeah, I guess it does take longer. Boil it for longer. I'm not sure, but anyways. Put it on the stove and do it. All right, player one says here, the only way for some is for it to be melted down and remade brand new. That's true. Some metal pieces have to be recycled and reborn brand new. It's the only way to bring back to the mint condition again. Yeah, of course, then you're losing the integrity of the coin itself, but you're right. Get an Egyptian Mao, you'll see a curious cat. Oh, wow. An Egyptian Mao. I think I have it pictured in my head as to what that would look like. Yeah, that's interesting. Something an exotic cat. There's a Shotgun Susie. Welcome, Shotgun Susie. Let's see here. Very good. All right. And Michael K says spring cleanup at Salivate Metal with Kitty. That's right, exactly. Cleaning up here for sure. All right, and so we're seeing silver trying to recapture the bid price of $75. We're 3 cents shy of it right now, down 59 cents at this point in time. And there it is. And so gold down $25.70, platinum down 13, palladium down 10. There you go. All right. Okay, let's see here. Richard Metcalf says this. We're almost done with this cookie, by the way. I have a question about this method. I have a Western States refinery round from the Hunt Brothers era. Will it take the mirror finish off? I used to try to remove the light toning and fingerprint on the reverse side of the metal. I'd hate to damage the mirror finish. I don't know. I kind of doubt it will, but do not take my word for it. If it has any kind of numismatic value to it, Richard Metcalf, I probably wouldn't do it. I would just hold off on doing that. You might try an ultrasonic cleaner for that type of thing, or steam cleaning method rather than that. But yes. All right. Let's see here. Bill Button. He did the same thing. But I also used lemon juice and brought it to a boil and let it boil on the stove. It actually works for heavily toned pieces. If you pull it out and you rub it with your fingers, it comes off, but you usually get micro abrasions that way. Even with just your fingers. So that's cool, lemon juice. But see, it seems like lemon juice is an acid, right? So that might actually eat away at the metal. So I'm a little bit worried about doing that. But that is a good point. But yes, indeed. Y says, I want to use lemon scented pledge for slippery silver. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. Salt water works great. Gonna throw all my silver in the pool. There you go, Dean. Yeah, just throw it all in the pool. Great suggestion there. Let's see here. And thank you, Jeff Gates. Appreciate that. Good to see you. Appreciate you guys being here tonight as we watch these markets move. A relatively light trading session here tonight, but all the metals are down, and it could be because it's light. But as someone predicted, I think, and I predicted at the beginning too, that we would probably see prices rise because the COMEX lowering their margins on silver. Well, all of the metals, but especially silver. Then I'm not saying they're going to go up like crazy, but I think we may see some opportunity buying, taking advantage of those lower margins in the futures market. All right. Because we are at the top of the hour now. Let's just take a look at the volume here and see what we were dealing with. We can see that volume has picked up a little bit here at the beginning, but it's had a marginal impact on the price. There's been some opportunity buying happening here, though, which has prevented it from falling below that resistance at the 75 of that support there. And Bikini Woman watching this video, and I appreciate Bikini Woman watching the videos. Means a lot. She says here, I was just thinking a little while ago, should I ask Sal to show the kitty again? You and your soft and cuddly kitty are psychic. I just needed a glimpse of Kitty today. It's been so traumatic losing David Wilcock this past week. Oh, man. David Wilcock, was that the name of your cat? I did not know. I'm so sorry, Bikini Woman. So I hate to hear that. It is tough to lose a kitty, for sure. All right. Asian guy is back. Says, yeah, I'm iteration of that channel. I've heard they've moved on to different subject matters, but yes. All right, let's see here. Wicked Sticky Flowers, the Liberty round changed like it was an infomercial, but that toning was bluish, not the black heavy stuff. That's right. Yes, I was shocked at how quickly that Liberty round changed. It's crazy. Leagy, that works better when you got a contact foil, about 5 minutes. I have good success. Okay, all right, thank you. And a contact. I'm not sure it was contact. I'm not sure what you mean by contact foil. It's aluminum foil. Is there different kinds of foil? But anyways, let's see here. All right, let's see here. Maybe you might try pink Himalayan salt. It has all the minerals, unlike the iodine salt. Good point. David Wilcock, she was referring to, was that guy that was on the Ancient Aliens TV show. Oh, okay. Thank you, Jame Unleashed. I'm not sure. So was she sad about, did he die or something? Or did she name her cat after that guy? I don't know. Anyways, thank you for that. Azazel, maybe you might try. Okay, there we go. So yeah, we've read that one already. Let's read the markets again. Silver still struggling now to get back above $75 for the bid price. It's still above it for the ask, but I believe the technicals are reading the bid price. He did die. Well, sad to hear. Hate to hear that. Sabinator, sonic bath with citric acid works fine. It's how we used to clean up the platinum dishes. All right, thank you, Sabinator. Of course, if it's any numismatic pieces, you don't want to use any kind of acidic situation there, but yes, indeed. All right. So silver down 61 cents, 75.20. That's a 0.81% drop tonight. Silver suffering the worst. Gold down 0.56%, 46.8420. Gold to silver ratio is 62.49 right now. So there's where we're at this moment in time. All right. Frederick Born Again says, also try add vinegar and apple cider vinegar with this process. Burn everything right off. Yes, the problem with them is they are acidic. That's the only thing about that. If there's any numismatic pieces, but hey, it might be worth giving it a shot for some of these pieces to see what they will do. Thank you. Appreciate that. Not one at you. The salt and baking soda isn't even dissolved. That might be the problem. Yeah, well, they were kind of fizzling up. I put a lot in there thinking, but I'm probably just going to dip these things. I just think that's going to be the easiest solution. I'm just going to get a dip. I think that's what I'm going to end up doing. Trying to get the right combination, heating it up, boiling it up. All right. Let's see here. Where are we at? Let's get to the next comment here if I can get my mouse back. We've got Jeff Gates says, done a lot of them and experiments. Okay, cool. So he's had some experience doing this stuff too. That's cool, Jeff Gates. Thank you. Willa says here in the video from this morning about the what could collapse the COMEX. It's quite telling when we have to have legislation to do what would otherwise be known as common horse sense. It needs to be done, though. Yes, that's true. You're right. True that. All right, let's see here. Where are we at? Let's see what's happening. So there's where this is at right now. Let's see what we've got with Ludos. Silver, gold, platinum, check. But palladium and rhodium, I still have yet to find at a reasonable price. So beautiful to see that 1 ounce bar series right next to each other. Marvelous. Yeah, I only wish that the palladium bar had the same finish. I think that would be the ultimate, to be able to get it in the same finish. I would love to trade one of these for one with a proof-like finish. I don't know where I would be able to do that, but anyways. Nice selection of samples, Sal. Thank you, Willa. Appreciate that very much. And we've got AUAG Fossil. Nothing is exactly what I'm doing with my gold, but that's because it's so difficult to find fractional with reasonable premiums. And this video, as I predicted, folks, I predicted the outcome of this video in the video that would fail miserably for two reasons. I used the spinner. I have a rotating display in this video that always hurts the views every single time I use it, and showing the 100-gram bars in the videos always hurts my channel. I'll probably never show these bars again in a video because it always hurts the channel. Except one time when I very first showed these bars, then that video got a fair amount of views. But ever since then, nobody wants to see these bars. Nobody ever wants to see rotating silver or gold, apparently. Because this video gets no views, hardly any views. It's crazy. I don't understand it. I would have thought people like to see it kind of move and rotate and see it from different angles. That's not the case. It's crazy. All right. Johnny B, good evening to you. Welcome. Sitting tight. That's right, Dean R. Sometimes that's the best thing to do. All right. And we got gold. Now, looking at the markets again. Again, kind of a boring night overall with regards to the precious metals movements, which is okay. We need that from time to time. But I think we're going to see them come around by the morning when the New York opens up. But hey, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe even Shanghai when Shanghai opens. Let's see here. So gold down $25.30 to $4,685.50. Silver down 57 cents to $75.24. That's right. Yes, indeed. Yep, that's right. Ugbeng Young, Nguyen, you should not clean your coins. If there's any numismatic value to your coins, don't clean them. The ones I did are not numismatic today. I was just doing it as an experiment. And I'm going to maybe try dipping these things. And dip is definitely one that would be corrosive, or not, I mean, very mildly corrosive, but you could probably tell if you dipped them and tried to send it in for grading. All right. Let's see here. And let's get back over here to this. We've got Willa. It says here, if I ever get to the point where I have enough gold, I may consider staying put as well. This may be a while. Yeah, nobody hear you. Yep, you gotta keep going if you're not met your goals yet, and time it so you can make it happen. But yep, you're right. You're exactly right. Very good. Let's see here. All right. Hello, Silver Hair Stacker. Good to see you. And let's see. I feel like I need to do some push-ups tonight. I need to get the blood flowing here. We'll answer a few more, then we'll take a look at the markets again here. Master Blaster, China's silver imports surged 78% in March. Explore. There you go. That's right. I talked about that in a video. Welcome, Silver Shelby Stacker. Having a great weekend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, Mo. Sal, busy today. It's not easy producing quality metal videos. Great work. Thank you, my friend. Trying my best. It's not has not translated in views, but yes, indeed. Trying my best. Thank you so much. And we've got Maria. Says here, there is the scale. How do you balance the scale? The density of the material determines the weight and what you pay based off the weight. Facts don't lie, the bankers do. Hold on to what you got. If you hold on and they do not have your silver to play theft with robbery, the bankers who fool the people. That's right. They can't fool you if you hold the silver. That's right. All right, there we go. The canal with a 10 spot. Hit the deck. All right, here we go. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Good to see Zardos. Let's do 10 push-ups for the canal. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's make it happen. Get down on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and 11. One more. I had to do one more for the canal for him putting up with me mispronouncing his name. Thank you, sir. There we go. All right. Bart'll do. With the ting towel and the Bart'll do. There's Tucson Bubba sanitizing the chat here with his bourbon pump. Appreciate that very much. All right. Boiled egg toning does work. Okay, boiled egg toning. I've heard about that too. Oh, man. Let's see here. Very, very good. Okay, let's see here what we got here. We got Not One AU says, what the government told you in 50 cents in the 1980s you could buy a Coke, you can do that now. There we go. Yes. Crazy, crazy. With a 50-cent piece anyways, right? Silver Heights, wow, the toning really jumps off that Statue of Liberty item. Yeah. That actually shocked me how quickly it came off that one. Dan W. is here. Welcome, Dan W. Good to see you, sir. Very good. You know what? I'm going to try a new tactic. I'm going to convert Democrats to Republicans by being extra nice to them. So maybe though I can guilt Dan into becoming a Republican. You think that'll work? I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. Coke. You know, hey, actually, Michael K. Believe it or not, I did an experiment. I put 2 dimes or a dime in some RC cola, which is I think the most acidic cola out there, for an experiment to see if it would erode away some of the silver. All it did is it made it shine after a couple of months. It's crazy. Wright Silver Cream. Actually, I've heard about that. I've heard of Wright Silver Cream. Yeah, that's definitely an idea for sure. All right. Let's see. All right, now silver price is falling a little bit more now. Down 67 cents to $75.14 for the ask, $74.89 for the bid. Gold down $28.30, $4,682.50. Platinum now barely above $2,000 in the ask price. It's $10 worth of difference between bid and ask. 1997 for bid price. By the way, 1997 is a pivotal year because that's the first year that the Palladium Eagles were produced. White vinegar probably does help, but it's acidic. Catch up on pennies, that's an idea. Yes, catch up on pennies. Might have to try that. Acetone worked, but that's also acidic, right? All right. But yeah, these are all for non-numismatic pieces. Yeah, Jolt Cola. You don't see Jolt Cola much around these days. A lot of caffeine in that. I think that was the first kind of energy drink that was out there, Jolt Cola. All right. Let's see here. One more bite of this cookie, and I'll be done with it. It was a big cookie, by the way. But here we are. The markets are moving down slightly here tonight. And, but we'll see. But somebody else, I think it was Gary, that was saying that the entire futures market is down tonight. So gold and silver, platinum, palladium may be suffering because of that. We shall see. Giant Mad Burns says, you're always rocking some awesome pieces of gold and silver. Love it. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Although it's a curse on this video because of the views of it, but thank you for noticing. Man Crutch. Been watching Iran and what's coming with Little Rocket Man. Then a psycho tries to assassinate my president with all that still stacking. There you go. Yes. Yep, it was crazy what happened last night, and we'll see what happens with Iran. We've not heard much about Iran this weekend because of the assassination attempt and the White House Correspondents' Dinner, but we'll find out. We'll see what happens in the coming days there. And let's see here. We've got Lead says, always hold your gold with a diamond fist unless you have an emergency situation. That's right. I agree with that for sure. And let's see here. He says there was a Canadian guy who wrote a book and had a 1-hour PBS called Haley's Handy Hints. And he used water softener instead of baking soda into the mix. I think water softener is a calcium carbonate. Somebody in the comments said to use borax instead. Okay, yeah. Yeah, borax is kind of used for the silver, for pouring silver. I've used borax for pouring silver, but yes, indeed. Yeah, there we go. Cookie Monster. I'm going to finish my last bite. You were missed the beginning. Last bite of the chocolate chip cookie. All right. Avis Liberté says, that's interesting. I didn't personally deal with the precious metals like palladium or rhodium, except for the key figures, price fluctuations, and possible causes. So thank you for the interesting article. P.S. Audio track works very well. Awesome. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you watching. Indeed. Yeah. let's see here. And what do we have happening here? Let's move over here to this. Clear this out and see. All right, the horse hung capital New York City, or NYC, I assume that stands for New York City, says thanks for highlighting other metals. Well, no problem. I'm glad you like it. You and I have been pounding the table for a long time on platinum. Future is bright, my friend. Yep, I think so too. Yep, I'm a pretty big fan of it. Thank you. All right, let's take a look here. Back, we've got the markets moving here to the downside, but staying kind of low here, maybe following along with the futures right now. And so let's see here what we've got. Oh, wait a second. We may have something here. Boom. We've got Michael K. Wow. With a 5 spot on the PayPal. Thank you so much from Michael K. Now, with PayPal, and Sunday nights, we're having an exception tonight because I'm doing some push-ups. That means we're going to give him 10 push-ups because he gave 5 over there. Thank you, my friend. Make it turn. We're doing it. We're doing it here. Watch those markets here. We'll do 10 push-ups for Michael K. Thank you, brother. Here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. We do one more because I need to burn off the calories from eating that cookie. Yes, indeed. Got to burn those calories from the cookie. Me want cookie. Me had cookie. Me need to burn calories from the cookie. That's what it boils down to. Thank you, Michael K. I appreciate that. The PayPal, friends and family. Very kind of you indeed as we watch these markets move. Silver now down a dime below 75 before the bid price. 75.15 for the ask. Down 66 cents tonight. Gold down $29.90 to $4,680.90. So very close to the low for gold tonight based off the bid price. And same thing with silver. So platinum is down 16 to $2,006 and $19.96 for the bid price. Very close to the session low for that as well. And palladium is down $10. So there it is. Thank you, Jane Mullis, for posting a link to that, to the PayPal. Usually I double up the push-ups there because there's no taxes or fees taken out for those. But yes, indeed, thank you so much. And let's get over here to the comments to see what Avis is saying. Avis Liberté says, thanks for the interesting post. I had a silver cleaning bath shipped from England. I've never used it. I suspect it works best with the 999 silver. I like the tarnished maple leaf coins. I also tried the aluminum version once. I left light white spots on the bounty coin. Now I'm not interested anymore. Yes, that's just it. I would never clean any numismatic coins at all with any of these agents. And I probably should have made more of a mention of that in the video doing these. I think most could see that it's just bullion, what I was working with, or just a constitutional silver that had no numismatic value. Boony fun on this video. By the way, if you guys get a chance to see this video, Switzerland gold announcement is unusual but smart. I hope you will check it out. If anything, for the rotating display and the 100-gram bars, which is what usually hurts my channel. But if you want to see that, I hope you'll check it out. So I heard from a couple of different sources, says Boony Fun, that the vast majority of U.S. gold doesn't meet modern standards for purity and size. Well, yep, I did a video about that weeks ago, talking about that very subject. I believe it because it's used for no coin currency from the treasury. That's exactly right. Yep, and I discussed all of that in that video. Because to show you the videos are not reaching out as much as I'd like for them to. Let's see here. So let's get down to some of these older videos here. Joseph mentioned I'm only ready for $308 silver. $309 is way out of line. There you go. Yes, exactly right. Way too far out there. David Davey, you're never going to get rich off silver. That's right. I mean, there's very highly unlikely, even with the price increase, likely probably, unless you had bought a whole lot way back when, and held on to it and sold it right at the high, you're not going to get rich off of it. And it depends on how you measure that wealth when adjusted for inflation. DMV, don't worry, Sal, in 2026, silver is going to $70 an ounce. That's right, exactly. My huge mistake buying the 2020 Silver Libertad. That's right. He's going back in time and telling me about that. That's great. Thank you, sir. Silver Cobra, silver and gold. Run, baby, run. There we go. And we're running with them. We're going to do the best thing. Thank you, JM Lace. I'm going to actually pin this comment. Thank you, JM, for posting a link to that. I'd rather you watch that video if you get a chance to do it, or watch both of them. Mark says, so you have solar panels. He says here, EVs, AI semiconductors, also monetary hedge on the demand side. And 70-75% of all silver is mined as a byproduct of making silver very inelastic on the supply side. 15-1 will never happen again, according to your video. That's right. It will never happen again, according to my video and according to me. I don't say it will never ever happen again. I just highly unlikely that it will happen again. Very highly unlikely. I'm not ruling it out completely, though. All right. Develchian Sai says 300 silver Tiffany and all jewelry brand will be out of business. I don't think so. I think they'll continue to go. And Tiffany already has heavy premiums on them anyway. I think in a sense it may be even more sought after. Honestly, I truly believe it'll be even more sought after down the road. All right, let's see what we've got here. Let's do a few more. You got breaking news: silver could go up or go down. That's right. But that's not what this video was about. Richard Metcalf, I'm happy that I've held my gold long enough to see it hit 5,000. Even though it's pulled back from that, I'm still way ahead of the game. I can't imagine what the price will be in 10 years from now. That's right, exactly. I'm with you on that for sure. And Gregory Albright says, I think as soon as it gets to 120 again, we have lines of sellers again. I think so. I think we will see selling, but there's only so much, that can be sold off. Sooner or later, people are going to sell off all the silver they've got. But hey, it is possible. Let's see here. We're slurping away through cold coffee right now. It's not even lukewarm anymore. It's done. It's gone to cold. All right. Let's see here. We've got. By the way, it's 7:30, which means that I think we have another round of some opening, and silver's falling even more. It is now below, for the first time tonight, it is below $75 in the ask price, $74.99, down over 1% right now, down 81 cents to $74.99. Gold down $30.80 now, and it's near its session low at $46.80. Platinum down 17 to $2,005, and palladium down $13 tonight. So there it is. Very good. All right, let's see here. There it is. And we've got this here. Michael Altz says, if it hits $300 an ounce, I'm knocking out my own teeth and selling. Oh, man. He's got silver in his mouth. There you go. Stack on, says Richard Metcalf. Wise advice. Thank you, sir. You are right. Grumpy Grandpa, I always throw out the high and low predictions as I've found out the truth is mostly in the middle. That's right. Exactly. Exactly. LCP Crypto, I am buying, says on the way 309 is very much. China is buys 850 tons for this year, and other nations join us. It will give away time to warn about a hyperinflation has ended. Yep. Watch China and what they're going to be doing. Ratios and ratios, lots of shorts. Let's see what happens. Some say that the JP Morgan's going long yet again, but hey, we'll see. We shall see what's going on there. Jason Luchtel says, it's a crazy world we live in. Anything can happen. It sure can. It's true. Anything can happen. All right, Michael K. Sometimes I believe you're using reverse psychology, Sal, with the prices in dollars. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Thank you, Michael K. And Barry says, thank you, Sal. Let's catch up Sunday night. We are here, Barry. I hope you will join us. Barry Manziak. Menziak, Barry, we're here. And let's see here. So on this video, we've got this from a dude. Says, Sal, you rock and so do your videos, but I'm starting to become a little pessimistic, not towards you, but towards all these ultra high predictions. If it's going to happen, let's go. If not, let's begin to slow ascent, which I know it's better in the long run, but then again, let's go. The crap walks sideways. Crap isn't driving me crazy, but it is making me impatient. Be well, man. Yep. And I, the only reason why I bring this up again, as I mentioned in the video, is because inevitably I'm asked about these things, and when I've already covered it in a topic, it wasn't important enough because there was an update, and it just goes to show you that the ridiculous nature of the analysis that was given by Bank of America anyway needed to be pointed out again. But thank you. I agree. Tom L 2040. Let's get over here. Says, get rid of this. 800 divided by 15 equals 533. If the banksters are saying 309 is the cap, then it really is going to be at least twice as high. There are masses of misdirection. Well, I'm not following your math on that. That's assuming you think that gold is going to go to $8,000 an ounce. But anyways, Dinar, the volatility of silver is similar to Sal's push-ups. Down, up, down, up. That's right. True that. Exactly right. There is the Hoosier Stacker with us. Welcome, Hoosier Stacker. Good to see you, my friend. Mr. Metals says this. What makes you think you can call off a 30-to-1 or 14-to-1 ratio? After all, anything could happen. Well, what do you mean by call off, Mr. Metals? I think, if anything, I'm just dismissing them as highly unlikely, not in the realm of reality. 30-to-1 silver, 14-to-1 silver, gold to silver ratios are unrealistic in this market. It's a totally different market now, especially from 1980. That's why I can pretty much dismiss those. I don't rule them out completely, but I think most realistic analysts would, which is why I kind of laugh at it, which is why I brought the video up. All right. And Brian, some algorithmic emoticons here, which I appreciate. All of it helps. Ronnie Paul, gold will go up as it will soon become one of the last vehicles one can use to hide the wealth outside of the system. Well, I think silver can be used as well, too, but your point is well taken. I mean, gold is small enough, it is easier to hide than silver, but I digress. All right, Tucson Bubba says, I don't listen to predictions. People who make predictions open the door for people who don't want to blame somebody for their own stupidity. If I praise or condone anybody, I simply look in the mirror. There you go. Exactly. You are the master of your own fate, and all we can do is just digest the information that we have and make our own decisions based off of what has already happened and patterns that we've seen in the past to predict what's going to happen in the future on our own. Looking at the markets right now, we can see that gold is now down just $33.20 to $4,677, which is really near its session low tonight here. Silver down 90 cents to $74.91. That's over a 1.1% drop tonight for the first time. $74.91 in the ask price. Platinum down 17. Palladium down 12. There it is. All right. There we go. And let's get back to the comments, see what some folks are saying. Maria, $300 is a pipe dream. I agree with you, Maria. It will never happen in our lifetime. Buy the coins, you like them, and want to collect them. And the thing is Maria, I'm not even ruling out that it won't happen in our lifetime. I do think it's a possibility. It's unlikely to happen in the next few years, though. But, but it has been a crazy market for sure. All right. And let's see here. And Dominatron Vaughn. It's 100% going to go up or down. That's right. Well, actually, you're leaving out one. It could just stay level, too. Or stay the same price, right? It could just stay the same price. But the thing is this channel We talk about the speculators as well as speculate. Um, but any kind of speculation I do tries to stay within the realm of reality or be grounded in some sort of reality. But again, it's a possibility we could be right or wrong. But I always tell folks, hang on, stack on, hold on, and understand the basic fundamentals and foundations of what it means to be a silver stacker and gold too. Kurt Noor, I'm ready, Big Daddy. Put it right here. There you go. That's the way we do it. $2,500 by Christmas, easy. Okay, James. Wow, he's got a pretty bold prediction there for silver. Crazy. And Dave Davey, I still don't see a possibility. Perhaps $100 by the end of the year at the most. Yes, that sounds more realistic. And I even kind of doubt that's going to happen. But anyways, Infallible 777 says here, 309 silver will never happen. I guarantee it. Maybe in 2050, but not anytime soon. Well, Infallible, I would have agreed with you before we saw this big run up of silver this past January. But I think it's possible before 2050, maybe even before 2040, maybe even before 2030. I kind of doubt it, but anyways, but let's see here. But I kind of doubt it. Let's see here. All right. John Roserman says, Sal, what's the second coin from the left top row from the beautiful eagle? That is the Monex 1 ounce round from 1982. It's one of those vintage pieces. That's what that is. Thank you for asking. Willa says, when trading on the gold to silver ratio, it's always add at least 2, and that will get you closer to the premium exchange rate. Maybe add more. That's true. You're right. That's always best practice. I think it's the best interest of governments to keep the price of silver as low as they can. Yep. That's right. Exactly. Let's see here. All right. Let's see here. All right. Jam Unleashed with a 181st thumbs up on this video about the most expensive metal on earth. Thank you, Jam Unleashed. I really appreciate that. We got Jade Nefrite says this here. The United States Gold Reserve at its peak used to be 21,828 tons in August 1949, which was the largest gold hoard in the world. In 1949, the price of gold was $35 per troy ounce, and that was fixed by the government. That's right. Exactly right. All right, let's see here. Yes, that's right, Valerie. That's right. It's a paradigm shift worth of thinking. We measure our wealth in ounces, not necessarily dollars if we're stacking silver. But we do need to use dollars in the economy in order to buy our precious metals and to survive in the economy today. So we have to think both ways, I think. But you're right. We need to think ounces, which is what stackers do. We hold on to our silver and gold, and we hold on tightly with the understanding that that is the true, honest measure of wealth through the course of history. A bold gold hold. There you go. That's right. Keyhole strategies. That's right. Good way to put it. Paolo Salsa says, I bought silver maples yesterday that were on sale for spot. I'm sure silver price will pull back as a result. Well, right now it has pulled back. You lost 83 cents in that purchase. That's okay. Hold on to them. $74.98 for silver. Right now, down 83 cents, 1.1% drop. Gold down $31.40 to $4,679.40. So there you go. All right. Let's see here. And let's do this. Move up to this. Do you still have the coin wrapped in a napkin from years ago? Joey Libs. Yeah, I think you're talking about the Salt Eagle. I do. I did finish up that video, and that silver eagle is out, and it's a heavily damaged from it, or it looks yucky from the process. That's all right. That's okay. And we've got Zach. I know no one ever wants to mention him, but Easy Est, full restoration in 5 seconds, maybe 10. Yep. I'm going to try that next. Easy Est. Lulu Lucky's Dirt, Tone, and Wear, and give it character. I know, I hear you. I know. There's some pieces, though, that are tough to show in videos, so that's kind of one reason why I want to take them and get the stuff off. Richard Clark, do you notice the sulfur smell while doing this? Water also needs to remain hot. Yes, actually, I did. Good point. I did notice that smell. Boris says, gold's intrinsic value is whatever other people are willing to pay for it at the moment. Yes, true that. True that. One species, the wheel is back. Brings back so many memories for me. I enjoyed this episode. And I had to comment because of the wheel. Thank you for another great video. Well, you're one of the rare ones. Because it's videos that really sucked on that video. But thank you. So hopefully you will watch it. In fact, for those of you watching this video right now, I hope you will watch the video that JM Unleashed has been kind enough to share. It's pinned on this chat right now after this live stream is over. We got Richie Ditch Dude on this video about the most expensive precious metal. The average stacker can't afford these top tier premiums, then there's finding buyers with $6,000 to $10,000 to spare. Yep, that's true. You're right. Tough thing for sure. You're right. Oh yeah. Let's see here. Okay. Let me refresh these comments or refresh the markets again. All right, silver is fighting for 75 again. It's still down over 1% slightly, but it's above $75 in the ask price again. Down 76 cents, 75.04, 74.79 in the bid. Gold is down $28.70 to $4,682.10. So there it is. And platinum down 17, palladium down 11. So that's right. There it is. Now, so I didn't post a poll tonight, but press the number 1 if you think silver and gold will continue to fall through tomorrow at the close on Monday. Or if you think they will go up, press the number 2. Down is 1, up is 2 by the close of business tomorrow. I'll just post that. I know that's kind of more of a chaotic way to do it, but hey, there's not as many people here tonight, so we can do it that way. Let me know what your thoughts are. Down is 1, up. Did I say down is... Now I forgot what I said. I should have just polled it. 2 means it's going to go up, right? Yeah, I think 2 means it will go up. All right, so everybody's thinking it's going to go up so far. All right, good, very good. Master Blaster thinks it'll go down. All right. I love Right Silver Cream since 1873. All right, very good. Try to think you mentioned that in the chat here. All right. All right, 1. All right, 1. Very good. Are you ready? Says Dry Ciders. Yeah, we're going to be ready. We got to be ready, right? 2 and up, and 1 equals down. There you go. 2 is up, and 1 equals down. Very good. All right. Now, what's in that coffee? I know my mind is slipping. Crazy. So most people think it's going to go up by the end tomorrow. I tend to agree. I think it will as well. All right, let's see here. Varieties Veritas. If China put an order into COMEX to buy all available stock, do you think they would sell it? I don't think they would sell it. No, I don't think they could do it. All right, there you go. Hoosier Stacker says poll this. There you go. All right. You know what? Thank you, Hoosier. You know what? We probably should solidify that. Let me do a poll. Let me poll this. All right. I can't talk and type at the same time. Pardon me, I'm not that good. I spelled wrong. I got to do this. It's almost ready. Ready? Here it goes. There's a poll. There's a poll. Vote in the poll. Do it. Do it. Do it quickly. You only have 2 seconds to do it. I'm going to close the poll in 2 seconds. So vote now. It's going to close in 2 seconds. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to close it in 2 seconds. I'm just trying to get you guys to poll. I'm pressuring you to vote in the poll. You know what I mean? All right. Let's see here. We've got quiz wax. At the end, it's all about the elites siphoning the wealth from us peasants and transferring it to themselves. I'm not counting on silver reaching that level. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. We've got, thanks, Sal. I had this question. All right, thank you. All right, very cool. I'm glad this worked out for me. Thank you, A-Dub. And we've got H-Cat says this here. Thanks. I will always appreciate listening to your perspectives. Are you still sticking to 50 by summer? I believe 50 is more probable than 309. Yes. And it's by the end of the year is where that 50 is. 50 by the end of the year, actually. There he goes. All right, very good. Let's see. All right. We got B-Dub. Can you check your math and see if it will hit 85 before hitting 300? Asking for a friend. All right, I think it will. Yes, it will definitely hit 85 before it hits 300. Yep, I believe it will. Wiki Sticky Flowers on this video says the following. Good Lord, the prediction swings are wild, possibly 50 or maybe 300. Let's say whatever. That's right. And let's see here. It says not one AU. Says if silver goes to 309, which it won't, the only ones selling will be the holders of paper silver. Physical holders will be locked in around 120. I doubt silver will go past previous all-time highs before paper crashes it. Well, if silver goes to 309, there will be a lot of physical sellers too. We already saw that happen before, running up to 121. All right. Let's see here. American Patriot, in my personal opinion, that silver will go to 5,000, but not in our current lifetimes. All right. Here we go. Way down the line. Ken Waltz, more like $30 has been crashing daily for months. Well, it's not really crashing. I wouldn't go that far. It's been falling, been consolidating, but not really crashing. All right, let's see here. We've got this from David Russo. I don't think we will ever see silver at $300 plus per ounce, nor below 60. I think those experts predicting silver into the high hundreds of dollars are way off base. Yes, I agree. We've got this, sparked a lot of conversation from M. Baker. Says the gold-silver ratio is totally useless. Where solar panels, EVs, computers, all the other stuff now used around in the 1970s was totally antiquated. The real ratio will be the silver-to-gold ratio. How much gold will it take to acquire silver? If there's a shortage of silver, are you going to let it go for dollars that decay? Think about it. What do you think? 17 Indian banks are accepting silver's collateral with an 85% loan-to-value ratio. If they thought it was going to go higher, they would. Why would they use that ratio? They would treat it like a pawn shop, giving you something for your 65-inch big screen TV. Have you read the production reports for the silver miners? The grams of silver per ton of rock is degrading. The price targets are silly. When you have 10 companies that consume 10 million ounces per year, competing with degrading resources, who's going to say what happens? Well, you're forgetting about the massive amount of silver that's mined as a byproduct of other metals. That's where most of silver comes from. Over 75% of it is mined as a byproduct of other metals. So it's like a bonus, essentially. So it really is going to depend on copper and other base metals related to what silver does. And you also are forgetting the massive amounts that are being recycled at a record rate as well. So keep that in mind too. All right. Let's see what we've got here, and we'll look at the markets again. Mutki 978 says $300 silver. If that happens too fast, it will likely be the end of the local coin dealers buying and selling silver. It's going to put a lot of strain and pressure on them for sure. I wouldn't say it'd be the end of them, but it definitely will cause some issues and problems. All right, we can see here the market is moving. Silver back below $75 barely on the ask price, down 82 cents, down 1.08%. Gold down 0.6%, $28.30 down. So there it is, $4,682.50. Platinum down 17, palladium down 11 tonight. So that's where we're at with the markets right now. We're near the top of the hour again. So we're going to watch these markets open up here, because I think this is when the majority of the eastern side of the eastern markets open up. We're talking about Seoul, Tokyo, and I think Singapore. Pandora's box prices getting Jude again, falling down. They're falling, indeed they are. Hank Samora Butt says Sal is going to get diagnosed with schizophrenia with all these silver up down videos before it's all said and done. He needs to take it easy and go for a walk every now and then. Well, Hank, I don't think you watched the video. I mean, it's about talking about what other people said it would be, and I pretty much just bring it in line, and I'll talk about the reason why I posted this video. But anyways, all right, let's see here. And Jim Winklebauer, the last couple of years have taught me that anything is possible under the right conditions. Indeed, it is. You are right. Can we get some unboxings and product reviews? No one ever watches those videos. I'm already having trouble with views. But I have done some reviews for some silver. I usually do it within the confines of another video, so stay tuned. More of that may be coming. That's a little slow too. Bozo says Bank of America is well known as one of the worst banks in the country. I agree. I'm not a big fan of Bank of America. JP Morgan is forecasting an average price of $81 for the year, with a projected peak quarterly average of $85 in 2026. And guess who has more control over silver prices? And that's what I think of throwing on silver. That's right, me too. Yep, it was silly analysis for sure. Yes, that's right. To check out Rocky Superstar, which will be live. He's actually starting right now, but we're gonna hang around just for a few minutes to see if there's any activity with the opening of a couple of markets here in a moment. Tokyo being one of them. So we're gonna watch those. I think this guy responded. The other one asked me if I want to sell my gold or silver. I said no the last time. Mo says I can't wait for the New World Order and Universal Basic Income. More vacations and more pizza. There you go. Yeah. UBI. It's a big joke. Silver Sleuth. I heard that silver and gold are dead, so I buried it. Yes, indeed. And yeah. And a couple of other channels have talked about. Maybe I should have done a silver dead video too, like other channels. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll get me some views. Willa says nice collection of improved coins from the U.S. Mint. For the reasons you espouse, I have been giving more attention to gold myself, regardless of the silver to gold ratio. All right. Good thinking. Good thinking. All right. Good thinking indeed. Let's see what we've got here. Pizza Man says gold doesn't always protect you from volatility, but it has always got people to the other side when wars and famines hit. The only true way to protect wealth. That is the best way. I agree with that. Thank you, Pizza Man. All right. Very good. All right, folks. Well, hey, let's take a look here. Any movement at all? Activity? Looks like a little bit of a rebound for silver tonight out of the open, out of the gate. Starting to see reflection of that. Gold now down $30.30, $46.80 for the ask price. Silver back above $75 in the ask price, $75.11. Platinum down $17 to $2,005. There it is. Palladium down 13. So there's where we're at tonight. All right, we'll answer maybe just a few more comments and look one more time. A-Dub says, why is it hard for the big players and banks are saying 109 to 300 by the year's end? And a lot of people are saying under 50 here, including you, sir. Well, if you watch this video, actually explain that. Um, you're commenting on a different video, but I did talk about that in a video just after this, because they're using the ratio, and they're using that as a stretch to say it, and it's really kind of insane, almost irresponsible. I agree, to a degree, to say it. But anyways, not me says I still think they will do is attack gold and silver to protect the dollar. Indeed, that's right. Freedom says the scary thing, the U.S. dollar is the strongest currency. Now that's a problem. It sure is. It's the cleanest of the dirty shirts in the laundry pile is how I look at it. All right, let's take a look one more time. We've had a little chance for the markets to digest. Silver recovering a little bit here, down 76 cents, down 1% to 75.05. Gold down $34.30. Hello, Angry Buffalo Stacker. Good to see you. So there it is. There's where the metals complex sits tonight for gold and silver. You guys are great. By the way, if you could do me two favors, number one, click on the link that JM Unleashed has posted, open up in a new tab, watch that video, but only after you check out Rocky Superstar's live stream. He is streaming right now, because I'm going to say goodbye, and thank you all. You know, views have been down today for the channel, so it means a lot to me that you guys have been here. Thank you to all my faithful viewers. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome. You rock. You guys are what keep me going. So thank you so much again for that. So with that being said, I'm going to... Oh, the poll is hiding the pinned link. Yeah, dang it. Let me close the poll. Yeah, and for some reason, they're showing up at the very bottom of this. Here's the results of the poll. 62% of you think that it's going to go up by tomorrow. And the rest of you think it's going to go down. All right. Yes, indeed. Thank you, A-Dub. Thanks for popping in tonight, A-Dub. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Zardos. Thank you all for being here. Have a good night. Thank you, the Canal. I got it. And Nguyen, Ukpe Nguyen. I think I said that right. Nguyen. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars. Keep reaching for the ground. Rocky Superstar is on live. Take care. See ya.